Rabotai, Chodesh Tov, Erev Shabbat Shalom. Another very important halacha with regards to tefillah we started yesterday. There's a Gemara in Masechet Berachot, Daf Lamed Aleph Amud Bet. The Gemara learns out many halachot of tefillah from Hannah's prayer. Hannah told Ali HaKohen, Ani ha'isha hanitzevet immecha bazeh. I am the woman standing here with you. From the fact that she said standing with you, the Gemara learns out from here, Amar Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, Mikan she'asur lishev samuch lamitpalel. We see from here that you're not allowed to sit down next to a person praying. It's just like we spoke about yesterday in terms of passing, same halacha with regards to sitting. You're not allowed to sit down within 4 amot, which is about a little bit less than 2 meters or 6.5 feet of a person praying. What's the reason for this? It's Machloket Rishonim. Tur writes that the reason is it's disrespectful when a person's praying and being mekabel ol malchut shamayim, accepting the sovereignty of heaven, that you're sitting down next to him, disrespectful. Meiri says a different reason. He says because it could be mebalbel, it could throw off a person's kavanah. If you just go sit down next to him, a person might be confused in his tefillah. Sefer HaMichtam says a different reason. When you're sitting within 4 amot of a person praying, he might want to cry during his prayer, and because you're sitting so close to him, that may prevent him from praying with all of his kavanah and crying to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Whatever the reason is, it is asur to sit down next to a person who is praying. Interestingly, according to this halacha, what would be the din? What about sitting behind the person? It says you're not allowed to sit besamuch lamitpalel. What about behind him? According to the reason of the Tur, that it's disrespectful because he's being mekabel ol malchut shamayim and you're not, it would seem that it's asur to sit within 4 amot of a person, even when you're sitting behind him. That is, by the way, the psak of the Rama. The Rama, Ashkenazim, hold like that. However, Da'at Rambam, Da'at Maran HaShulchan Aruch, is that it's only asur to be sitting in front of and to the side of a person. However, behind the person, they say is mutar. Now, Meikar Adin, it is mutar. It's best to be machmir wherever possible. Another interesting thing is, there's a halacha of ba bigvulo. Maran HaShulchan Aruch in Siman Kuf Bet writes, let's say I was already sitting down. I'm sitting and praying or learning or whatever it is, and then somebody comes behind me or next to me, right next to me and starts praying. Do I have to get up now that he starts praying? That's called ba bigvulo. I was there first. I was sitting first. I don't have to get up. You started praying after I came. I don't have to get up. That's the psak of Maran HaShulchan Aruch. His Rebbe, Rabbeinu Yitzchak Bohav, the Rebbe of Maran Bet Yosef, he quotes him in Bet Yosef, says no. He says over here, it's still a little bit of a busha. What? People looking around, he's praying and you're just sitting there right like that. He says it's best, nevertheless, to get up, even though Meikar Adin, you were there first and you're right. You don't need to get up, but nevertheless, it's best to do it. Rabotai, where is this very prevalent? You have to pay attention. I see it all the time. After Chazarat HaShatz, right after the Chazan's repetition, you do Tachanun. Right after Vidui, you sit down for Le David. Before you sit down, look around you for a moment. There may be people who are still praying. Some people started praying late or praying long. The halacha is that even if you're up to Tachanun, you have to plop down, right, for Le David. If there's somebody standing and praying within your Dalet Amot, it's asur. Can't sit down for Le David. It's asur. It's asur to sit down when a person is praying next to you. So what should I do? Either say it's standing up, or if you can lean on a table or on a stender in a way that's a very full lean, the halacha is that's considered sitting, and you say Le David like that. But to sit down, what do you mean? I have to pray. I have to say Le David. True, but you still cannot transgress the halacha of sitting down next to a person who's praying within your, or, another easy thing, walk out of his 4 amot. If you walk out of his 6.5 foot radius and you sit down over there, that's also fine. But sometimes a person can be standing and praying right next to you, and then you sit down to say Le David, asur. Not a good thing to do. Once again, asur. That's the halacha with regards to that. Have a wonderful day, and Chodesh Tov, and Shabbat Shalom.